I'm alive. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Mic is working again. God damn, I hate when tech shit happens. What the fuck? You hear me? Finally. Sorry that the tech support had to happen. Those people who've been here for a billion years would remember when we would frequently have like an hour of tech troubleshooting at the beginning of stream. Shit fucking sucked. Shit sucked really fucking hard. We missed you so much. I missed you. It was so fucking bad. Like all of these super chats and donos coming in, and I can only flail. I cannot thank. Oh god, that felt so fucking bad. I was like, no, they're throwing things at me, and I cannot say thank you. And this is literally the 7th layer of hell. Oh, wow. Good morning. The good news is I finished my egg sandwich. I did it! I finished breakfast! Phoenix DS, thank you, my guy. Thank you. Foxy of the Void has returned to us, as has been foretold. Mr. King, thank you. Tried and true, turn it off and on again, bruh. Anthony, thank you. Bring back my Oshi binary mind. He has a very nice cadence for doing tech support. I would listen to a stream of him just troubleshooting people's PC issues. You're retarded. Chat was saying they could hear me and you refreshed twice before you realized you muted your phone. Oh no, buddy. Not live on X. Oh, fuck, buddy. Hold on. X stream sometimes dumb and gay. Okay, and create. I'm in the swamp. I'm in the. I gotta create a new one. I gotta put the name here. I gotta put the name there. I gotta do that. I gotta do blah 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 blah. Just fucking streaming into the void. Don't mind me. Okay. Brianna Flo, thank you. Your favorite Canadian. Fuck you, buddy! Don't call me Canadian. What the fuck? Roadkill VT, thank you. Skybrow's just released a new video on the Lego drama. Maybe react to it after I cover the situation. Yes! I have many fucking tabs, as I always do. Many fucking tabs. And I did not even have a chance to finish organizing all of them. Mr. Melon, thank you for the Knox. Foxy was back. Help. Hidden, thank you. You actually ate on stream, finished your food, and we didn't even get to listen.
Finished your food, and we didn't even get to listen. This is glorp shit.
Glorp?
Congrats on the Samick.
Thank you! A Jaeger Cogheart, thank you. What does the fox say? Ow, 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 ow. A Lichkun, thank you for the 15 months. Fox, who time? Let's go. It's fine! We just had a delayed time, unfortunately. Kirsche of the tabs, what is your wisdom? Technology sucks, buddy. A-Train, thank you. There's still issues. You only communicate through Native American means, and you're having trouble getting a smoke signal. You also bought 2 of the Kirsche, so they have a friend. Yay, friends! Thank you! Aboard DevOps, thank you. Did taking the microphone to Apple Bapples work? Always does. I'm MC Ninja, thank you for the 13 months, my guy, thank you. Shepherds von Hurelsberg, thank you for the 43 months, thank you. Thank you. I know. Loot God RNGesus, thank you for the 25 months, my guy. Skilky, thank you for the 47 months. Tier 3, my guy, thank you. Glenn, thank you. Didn't know I'm a very talented ventriloquist. I try my best. Attempts are made. Alstrix Helsing, thank you. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. I said that one out loud when you couldn't hear me, just because I like saying, ain't got no gas in it. Internet Zenmaster, thank you. Clearly, Kira's failed to appease her computer's machine spirit. Guess she forgot to use Tech Priest Approve Sacred Unguent? I don't know what an unguent is. Glory to the Munya Empress, thank you. Thank you. My machine spirit was extra angy today. Toast Engineer, thank you. You have something shaped like a microphone that I'm welcome to put my mouth on. No. I do like bananas, though. Jokes aside, can you check if the interface is enumerating? I don't know what that means. That would definitively rule out the port. You know how to do it with Linux, but not Windows. Device manager, maybe? Apparently all it took was a restart. A fancy word for scented oil. Oh. Call my PC cute just one time. The additional hour of pent-up yapping will be unleashed. I'm fucking dying here! Jesus Banda, thank you. Just in, Netanyahu has confirmed Israel was not behind the microphone attack. They reported Iran might have been behind it. They will be struck again. Jesus Christ. Any excuse, I guess. Mystics Vegeta, thank you. Foxu, one of the few females not better muted. Ah! We'll go over that in a second, too. Jack Grandpa Chaddington O'Neill, thank you. You have some new names for the pineapple Kool-Aid for my consideration.
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
No. The Section 8 syrup in a city cider, jungle juice. Isn't that already a thing? I'm pretty sure jungle juice is already a thing. Or gamer nectar, alliteration left out for reasons. What did you do with that? Thomas Collins, thank you. Still mad about Amazon MGM?
Glad I didn't miss my chance to help with the friendly frolicking Foxu Frosty Fund in Friday. This VoD bro is doing my part. This is a movie reference.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. I don't want to list on. Jeremy, list on. I don't want to read the last part of your name, but then my brain was like, do it. You hate things being incomplete. And then I had to. Her voice has been liberated. Oh my god, thank you. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Thomas Collins, thank you. You're mad about Amazon MGM axing Stargate Revival for appealing to Stargate fans instead of the mythical modern audience. Hashtag save Stargate. That's a very confusing thing for them to have done, honestly. Very, very confusing. Mr. Toast, thank you. Sar, have you tried to turn it off and on again, Sar? I hate having to restart my PC after I've already started stream because, you know, it's interrupting the broadcast for people and some people won't come back and that's sad. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
At corrupt police plus drug lord activity, and only half the story is released yet.
Yeah. Blue Mew, thank you, my guy. The bricks and minifig situation is going literally off the scales. I don't even, like, some of it, I'll see, like, a tweet explaining things, and then somebody else will be like, actually, that's not what happened. This is what happened. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Ikra Nate, thank you for the 6 months of gift sub to Koroken. Thank you. Thank you. Pudding Simon, thank you. The Hood Pine Schnapple is clearly EBT Alchemy. Do not disrespect the art. EBT Alchemy, man. Sergeant Reaper, thank you. Your Kirsche Itasha, you moved to FH6, has 3.2k downloads. That's kind of fucking nuts. Matt Larson, thank you. No matter the tech drama, will always be here. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Hidden, thank you. She hates us. Ooh! I do not. Coldgrave, thank you. The streamer isn't reading off her super chats and thanking them. This is so sad. Can we get an ooh in the chat? I'm sorry. My mic wasn't working. The 7 head. Oh my god. That's Quandle Bundwy, right? That's fucking. I don't know why his name is different in Stream Elements, but I'm pretty sure that's Quandle Bundwy. Fucking 1,000 slaves? What the fuck? I was in the middle of doing fucking tech shit, so I was like, oh god, someone threw $100 and I can't thank them. Time to pay. It's $1,000. What the fuck? I'm sorry that I got fisted so hard it fucked up my stream. Quandle Bundwy bundled my Quandle so hard I died. Thank you, Quandle Bundwy, for the fucking $1,000. Jesus Christ. Clearly should have tech issues more often. No, I don't want more tech issues. Thank you, Matt Quandla, for your contributions. Holy shit. Thank you. And Cataclystia, thank you for fisting me so hard it fucked up my stream. Thank you for the 15. The 15 gift chubby bubbies. Thank you. Holy shit. Phoenix DS, thank you. Do not the ambrosia of the quangos, for it is full of the beatus. I would be curious of, like, taking one bite of that diabetes soup. But I feel like even that one bite, like, my teeth would just instantly rot coming into contact with it. Because, like, I thought that they were either taking the peeled and cored pineapple and then just pouring, like, Kool-Aid water in it. Or with, like, those giant jugs. I was like, oh, clearly they're going to, like, some bulk store and buying giant jugs and then cutting up the pineapple and putting the pineapple spears in a big jug and then pouring Kool-Aid in it. I didn't know that you could get giant jugs of pineapple suspended in sugar syrup. I didn't know that was a thing. Because, like, when I was a child, my mama used to have, like, the canned vegetables or the canned fruit. Or sometimes she would get me, like, the little fruit cups, and those are suspended in, like, a sugar syrup. And I fucking hated them. Like, the texture of those fruits are just so fucking disgusting. So she would buy fresh fruit. And so I grew up eating fresh fruit, and then when I moved out, buying fresh fruit for myself. So I had absolutely no idea there was even something in a giant jug of plastic with pineapple spears suspended in sugar syrup. And so when I realized that they weren't taking like fresh pineapple and soaking it in Kool-Aid water, because I was like, well, what's the big deal with that? Like, that seems better than Kool-Aid pickles, doesn't it? Like, fresh pineapple infused with, like, a tropical punch Kool-Aid flavor? That could be pretty good, right? No, because apparently you get the sugar syrup pineapples and then you pour Kool-Aid powder in it and then you pour more sugar into it. And I was like, all right, you've lost me. I have no idea why the fuck you would do that. The whole thing feels like a Shape Store level It does! It's literally like watching the Shape Store, and that's why I fucking love it. Holy shit. I have a couple of like really good ones, and I'll have to bring up the tweet that I replied to Sawa with as well, because that one was pretty good. I saw this and I was like, this fucking like, it looks like he's a character from that Playhouse game. That spooky horror, was it Poppins Playhouse, Pippi's Playhouse? What is that? What is it fucking called, chat? Poppy's Playhouse, yeah, that thing. It looks like a fucking Poppy's Playtime character. Massive Doge, thank you. Kirsche got her voice back. Glad you got that contract with the Sea Witch null and voided. I liked my fish fin, floppy floppy. And so I was like, what is he typing here? We got the fruit punch, pear mango, deer green apple, raspberry lemonade, fruit punch, like I said already, strawberry lemonade, mixed berry motherfucker, midberry. I'm just like, tap in, twin that motherfucker hit. That's like, what am I saying? And then I hit play on the video and I was like, oh, it actually does sound kind of like that. What the fuck? I might need to turn the volume up. Hold on. I don't know what the state of volumization is currently.
Fruit punch go crazy. This my new flavor. I just dropped
Fruit punch go crazy.
Peak mango.
Crazy Fox Lady VTuber Kirsche.
Hi.
Isn't this bitch a Nazi?
No!
Unrelated, but watching Hassan Didipika mulsuing more Pegasus, only for Pegasus to use Hassan for an entire episode of the legendary series makes me very envious of Singaporean immigration law. I wish we had half the rules to keep people out they do.
Yeah, Singapore seems kind of based, unironically. Thank you, Internet Zen Master, my guy. Thank you.
Fruit punch go crazy.
Fruit
my
punch
new flavor.
go
I just
crazy.
The peak mango.
Peak mango.
The green apple, blue raspberry, lemonade.
Lemonade.
Like I said already, this strawberry lemonade right here. Yeah, peak mango right here.
Peak mango.
Let me get you a call right there. That's all that mixed berry. I forgot I had the mixed berry.
Mixed berry. Bob mitzvah berry.
Too. Yeah, everybody fuck with that mixed berry. So
everybody fuck with that mixed berry.
No, you good. That's yeah, mixed berry.
What language is that? Kool-Aid pineapple?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Fruit punch go crazy. It's like, to kind of mimic it, you have to be like too lazy to say a full word, right? So like, it's kind of like taking my disability of being unable to say the word R, but then using that for a majority of sounds within a word. So instead of mixed berry, it becomes midberry, you know? Like you just gotta kind of like collapse your brain a little bit and talk like without saying the whole word. This is advanced ebonics. It's like, what the actual fuck is going on? Big news! Big news for the culture! We've scaled Kool-Aid pineapple operation. New equipment just landed and production costs are down $5 a jar. Industrialization has finally reached the Kool-Aid pineapple sector. Bless these architects, actually.
So I've been seeing everybody's Kool-Aid pineapple recipe, so let me show you guys how I make mine. First we start off
love
with the
this
peanut
guy.
pineapple and the cherry.
The
Let's go ahead and
cherry,
get
that's
that up in
me.
there. Now you see that peanut pineapple mixes with that cherry well to make sure that these pineapple slices go in nice and right. Let's throw those in there. So as we get that, everybody doesn't like to add
I like
that
how gross
lime
the back of the
or that
fucking
lemon
washer looks,
and get it
dude.
up in it, but I like to do that because it adds a little twang. See, that's
It does.
difference
It do
between
add the
mine
twang.
and everybody else.
Needed a bit
Okay,
twangy so that when you take a bite of the pineapple, you go,
I also see people, they
go,
add some
Debbie,
sugar
go.
on, but they don't add enough. Let's go, whole bag right there. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. That's not enough lemon.
True.
Okay, you guys. Now let's go ahead and
You
get
didn't even
the
squeeze
icing
that lime!
Okay, we add that ice in there because we want it nice and cold to make sure
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Lloyd Brown there, thank you. I beg your finest pardon. Is he mixing this in a fucking washing machine? What is a washing machine but just a giant blender usually used for clothes? This is real genius at work here, my guy.
But here in a second, these right here are going to absorb all that Kool-Aid and you guys will literally see my...
I hate how it cuts off because, like, I wanted to keep watching that, man. I wanted to see
Finishing
more.
words is systemic racism or something. Thank you for not dying, Kirsche.
Thank you! God hates taxes for dealing with my tech issues. Thank you. The question is, does he clean off the laundry machine before washing his clothes, or does he enjoy smelling like Kool-Aid? I don't know. Kool-Aid could probably smell pretty okay unless you got sweaty. The absolute gem of this clip is him inserting his fucking hand into it right before talking about sanitary standards. I mean, yeah, that seems about the usual sanitary standards for India. Why not here, right? It mixes your clothes with soap and water. Why can't it mix your pineapple with Kool-Aid and sugar? Exactly! That's what I'm saying! This is industrialization, man! Alexander the Viking, thank you for the sex. Will I stream the Carmelo Anthony trial? It shouldn't be streamed publicly. I'm pretty sure they still don't have any live feeds allowed in the courtroom. I do have a couple of tweets of Sarah Fields talking about what's been going on the past couple of days inside there. And also, apparently, some jurors were like, how could I ever send a brother to jail? So, there's that. Nick Marilla, thank you. Yes, what is a toilet but a large pot to make wine in prison? Exactly. Brian of Howe, thank you. You grew up near the hood and went to school with kids that got kicked out of the hood schools for behavior issues. You're not surprised by any of this. DMs. Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Quando Bandwi did send 100 slaves. What the fuck?
Quando Bandwi, you shouldn't sell your voice for legs, silly mermaid.
Thank you. I like selling my legs.
Wait, no, selling my voice for my, hold on. Internet Zenmaster, thank you. Breaking white pill news from the ATF. They've announced they're rolling back a bunch of the regulations put in by the Biden admin. Best part is they're using their own data to justify it. Praising the ATF feels weird, but these are weird times. I don't think I like the timeline where the feds are doing more in the interest of the citizens than anyone else. Like that seems like it could only end badly, right? The government is not there to help you. So glad you got the legs for free before the price went up. This economy is rough.
I know you
Cold acid, thank you. Hey, Foxwoman, yesterday was payday, so along with your property taxes, you will also pay the Fox. Ooh, thank you for reminding me. I got the property tax mail late, and then I forgot about it, so thank you for saying something. Can't forget to pay that shit, right? By the way, on the Amazon Stargate thing, you linked a good X post about it in stream suggestions. Bring back Martin and Joe. Wait, does it say Joe or Joel? I can't tell. I think it's Joe. Bring back Joe. I like Joe from Digimon. Up is down, left is right, and somehow the feds are actually helping. We live in a madhouse. True. Joe Mama. People need to remember that lawyers get to exclude jurors. If they openly say something like that before the trial, yeah, they aren't getting on the jury. It's the ones that don't openly say it that are the problem. You know? Do you not have an escrow to take care of property taxes? No, I don't have an escrow. I was like, I don't want that shit. Fuck that, buddy. Are my property taxes not just paid through an escrow account? No, I didn't want escrow. I didn't want that shit. The ooh was a funny noise. Sometimes I make funny noises. Communism is cringe. True, thank you. You may not have the best name, but you can't just say it ain't true. I mean, it's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name. Is escrow like a special kind of crow? Escrow is like an account that, as far as I know, I can't remember because it's been a hot minute, but as far as I know, when you set up a mortgage, you can get an escrow so that you pay into the escrow account and then your mortgage company, like, divvies it out to, like, mortgage and property taxes. But I was like, that sounds obnoxious. I just want to do it myself. And I remember also, like, my financial lady at the mortgage place was also like, yeah, if you don't need an escrow, like, just don't have one. I can't remember if there was a downside to it, but, like, shrug. It divvies out to insurance and taxes, sometimes is forced by FHA. It was insurance and taxes, thank you. I thought it was, like, actual mortgage and taxes. Yeah, I got my insurance through the same company that I got my car insurance through. So I didn't go through the mortgage company for insurance. Just another way for banks to hold more of your money and invest it. Yeah, I didn't want it. I didn't want it. Downside is mostly to the mortgage servicer. It's rare that they allow a mortgage without an escrow. Really? So I was just, like, really lucky, I guess, question mark? I mean, I did put, like, a sizable down payment down, so. Your property tax is less than $300 a year. Fuck you, buddy! I wish that was mine. Escrow is part of your mortgage account. They use the account to pay for property taxes and home insurance. The downside to an escrow is that they could take more than they need. It's like dealing with tax reimbursement. Yeah, I just didn't want to get one. I didn't want to deal with it. Honeyed Fox, thank you for the 2 gift subby bubbies. I want to be honeyed. Ooh, honey and butter the Foxoo buddy. I am delicious. You'd rather not have one, but it's mandatory for yours? Weird. I wonder why they didn't force me to have one. Bro was a towel living on a chair. The fuck is he paying property tax for? The real estate under my ass is very expensive, okay? Sickworks, thank you. As a science fiction fan, your rage will not be quelled. You'll have your revenge on Amazon. Also, hi, Foxy. Have I ever watched Stargate? I did, but I don't really remember much about it because I was super, super young. And I also think that I watched a Stargate movie at some point where they're, like, on a desert planet. That sounds about right. Like, they go through the Stargate and they end up in, like, a deserty place. It started with a movie? Oh, the movie was the OG. Oh! Oh! I didn't know that. You remember that? Honey, I Butted the Foxoo, starring Rick Moranis. Oh my god, yes! That's the original movie, 92. God damn. That movie holds up, though. Speaking of holding up. No, this is the Fruit Punt again. We already watched the Fruit Punt. I like the Fruit Punt. You wish they still let you escrow when you paid your mortgage off. You ended up having to pay each individual bill, property taxes, insurance, etc. Yeah, just set that bitch to auto pay, right? Like, this is Captain Crunch cornstarch chunks. Oh wait, no, Ghetto Crunch, not Captain Crunch. My bad. It says Ghetto Crunch at the top. The crunch you can eat. Delivery fee $4. Extra hard, long-lasting crunch. Pure and natural. No additives, no preservatives. Snack anytime, at home, work, or on the go. Yo, graphic design is their passion.
Ghetto Crunch. Cornstarch chunks. OG original.
Did he just break that fucking bottle? Hold on, what the fuck? How did it just crumble like that?
Content only.
Okay, Toasty, let's see, Toasty.
Pre-scored. Ayo, man, I can't afford to get my Ghetto Crunch pre-scored, alright? That's right. Sir Noto, thank you. Couldn't get a wallet, but you could get a last-minute Kirsche. Have an extra $5 of Canadian taxpayer dollars. Thank you. Thank you. And we interrupt this programming to bring you... Have you ever wanted a pet, but the responsibility of remembering to feed and water something alive is a horrifying prospect? Get your very own Kirsche today. This little guy is too low IQ to understand it's not alive. Do you already own the Conco's My Little Padded Room Magical Girl Kirsche plush? Well, get this companion Kirsche to keep her company. Or maybe you just want to commit more crimes with a reliable partner who won't snitch to Interpol about your dastardly doings. Thank you, Sam Hyde, for making an appearance during my commercial. No matter what. Except if you try to do it. Do not the Kirsche. The Kirsche is for loving, eating, and war crimes, not for doing.
You're the winner for not doing the Kirsche.
Lonely inside your walls. Kirsches are valuable employees of Kirsche Mart, and if you find a Kirsche reverted back to a Kirsche, please call 1-800-Kirsche now to have her return to her original residence. Kirsches are also an endangered species due to severe retardation, overeating, and excessive use by world powers and military conflicts. Please know that owning a Kirsche does not give you the right to do it. The feds are listening to your every move. If you or a loved one has been assaulted by a Kirsche, contact authorities immediately, as you will not make it. You can buy your very own life-size Kirsche or a Kirsche for your Kirsche starting May 8th at 3 p.m. EST through June 5th at 8 p.m. EST. Get yours now before they escape and are gone forever.
Thank you.
You have until the end of stream today. Actually, I might go overtime because of the tech issues, but you have until 8 p.m. Eastern to acquire your Kirsches. So buy your Kirsche today or never.
Juventino Villa, thank you.
Thanks for the advice on the Gumby on Tuesday, oh wise Foxu. You're a disabled veteran, so here's some of your taxes back. Taxation is theft and property taxes is some bullshit. If I buy it, it should be mine. What the fuck, government? I will say I agree with you. I would like all taxes to get fucking shot to hell. However, I don't like this new rhetoric that some politicians are touting out about the elderly should not have to pay property taxes. No, fuck that. Fuck, if all of us have to pay property taxes, so do the fucking boomers sitting on their, like, $10 million home that should only be, like, $3 million, all right? Fuck them. Keep that property tax in place unless you're getting rid of it for all of us. Fuck you, buddy. Vladimir Crystal, thank you. Overused by the military complex. Exactly. Phoenix DS, thank you. New Kirsche plush when? Eventually. We are hot working on something else. And I was like, I really don't want this to look like a sad divorced dad who only gets to see his kids on weekends at the Glow Bowling Alley, all right? Like, I want to stay away from that, and I want more like badass guy rappelling down from a helicopter in the middle of Miami City to go to a bar, right? You know, that's the vibe I was going for. Sales tax only. It worked for at least 3,000 years. Wrong! Fuck that! I don't want to pay sales tax either. And should increase with subsequent homes. You just realized you need cat costumes for your Kirsches when they show up. I think it was Dim the Lamps. He posted like a picture of the Kirsche plush with like different hats on it. And I was like, oh my God, it's a whole other industry, man. Someone's gonna like get a trench coat and open their trench coat and be like, hey buddy, you want a hat for your Kirsche? I got tons of hats for Kirsches. You mean peak divorced dad drip? I don't want peak divorced dad drip. I want like a gun guy rappelling from a helicopter drip. What if the bar has a glow bowling too? What are you buying? Do the hats for Kirsches also fit a penis? Oh my God, a tiny top hat for your penis. Sleeping Panda, thank you. You shall do the Kirsche. Do not, my guy. We are peak divorced. No, you're not. There's married people in the chat. Oh my God. Calling it Ghetto Crunch. Imagine. There's another video here. There's Pagliacci the Hated account. I've been following them for so fucking long. And they just seem incredibly confused at all of this. And so a lot of the videos are from them. Because they're just like, what is happening? Why am I being assaulted?
Just when you thought a hoe couldn't Kool-Aid nothing else.
What?
This is what it takes to run the fucking world.
I also... What? I also want to point out that, like, the hard cuts on this make me feel like I'm watching interdimensional cable. Like, I somehow found myself living in a Rick and Morty skit, and I'm, like, watching TV channels from, like, another planet, you know?
Get the whole palette. Yeah.
We finna get the whole palette.
Got these Kool-Aid pineapple jars for you. Look, they ain't $20 either. They $12.
That's a deal! Why is this woman's hair as bright as the Kool-Aid sprinkles on the food? That can't be healthy. Interdimensional cable.
Boy, I got the hibachi grill in the trunk here.
What the fuck?
All right, y'all, let's get into these Kool-Aid sardines. Here you go.
Interdimensional cable. Mount Olive are actually really shitty. They're like my least favorite kind of pickle. Fuck that.
Then we have our banapple spear.
Banapple spear. Wait, banapple spear. Hold on. They're putting bandmen in the fucking pineapple jars now? Is that sanitary? Is that okay? I'll eat the banned milk, suspended pineapples.
And a banana dipped in straight Kool-Aid, boy.
Yo,
Boy.
my guys over at Q's
Boy.
Culinary just dropped these brand new drinks, and they're about
Boiled
to take over
hot
in the
dog
city.
water
These are
lemonades.
the boiled hot dog water lemonade.
I love him. He needs to get together with that kid's grandma who would make him hot chocolate with the hot dog water. What the fuck is even that?
Y'all ain't never seen a rotisserie chicken spicy bowl. The area
That's true. She's correct. I can't disagree. I have never seen that.
Butter Kool-Aid and some lemon Kool-Aid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Butter Kool-Aid? Butter cool? I had a friend who made butter coffee because he wanted his CBD oil to like blend into it a bit better. And I thought that was disgusting, but butter Kool-Aid? What the fuck are we doing? Interdimensional cable.
Go ahead and put it. This sauce unmatched. We about to dig in. She said
This isn't real, right? Like, nobody out here eating corn on the cob with fried chicken in a plunger, right? Like, that's not real. This one's a bit. I choose to believe that this one is a bit.
no
People out here getting atomic gumballs with fucking meth syringes to inject them with Italian dressing. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck am I watching? Hey, yo, you watching The Shape Stone on Interdimensional Cable.
You don't even know.
That just looked nasty. What the fuck? What? Orthodox Jew jump scare. And then I guess because we saw that rotisserie chicken, we now have to see whatever the fuck this is.
Look at that, yo. Drench,
season. So look, and we gonna destroy you.
This is like what I would expect to see if somebody found a meteorite with a bunch of dead alien babies around it. And they were like, what we do to preserve the alien baby? And they're like, hold up, I got some gumbo in the car. And then you put the alien baby in the gumbo to preserve it. Because that makes sense. And then you just take out the alien baby in an army barracks store to show everyone the alien baby from the meteorite. Like, what the fuck is this? Eat the aberrations. Oh, that looks so disgusting. Oh, I'm so sad I finished my egg sandwich.
Baby, tap in. Come here and get the best spicy though.
So what I rated out of 10, you might as well add another 0 to the end of that.
Is that conditioner? Are they pouring like unironic conditioner on the alien baby, or did they put like some other kind of food inside of a hair product bottle? What the fuck am I seeing? Looks like Pantene Pro V.
Ow.
Best dressing for your octopus.
With the shampoo sauce. They about to be overly...
She called it shampoo sauce! No fucking way! What the fuck? Also, this says 100% human hair wigs in the back. This is a wig shop? Why is the wig shop as large as a fucking army barracks store? What the fuck? This is nasty, dude. What the fuck?
It's so tender and juicy. And it's laced with flavors.
Ugh.
Ow.
It's full of flavor. The flavor of someone's scalp after they went to the hairdresser. What the fuck?
Just when...
What the fuck? Is this another video? Sour plate! Where the jars at? Where the jars at? I hate the sour plates the most, I think. Because like when I look at this, I see like chicken wings that are going to absolutely give you the worst diarrhea and stomachache of your entire fucking life. And also this looks like some sort of animal penis, right? Like someone was playing Corruption of Champions and the Minotaur went to rape them in the forest. And they were like, do I want to get raped by the Minotaur, or do I want to try and sidestep the Minotaur and then get Avi positioned by the Queen Bee? But then instead of that, a goblin rolls out of a bush after participating in an orgy, and in their convulsing state, you realize they have an axe, and you can steal it. And so you steal the cum-splattered goblin's axe, and you cut off the Minotaur's penis. And then you serve it with vomit-causing chicken wings. I was like, this is just like, why? Why? Did I play Yeah, I played Corruption of Champions. How did you know?
And strangers try my new sour blue Taki meat plate. Let's get it.
For you, boy. Yes, sir, boy.
Boy.
Try that sausage right there.
You know it, man. Oh, this shit good.
And someone's trying to assassinate him after that. Look at that. Understandable.
Fuck,
he knows the secrets. He can't release them anymore.
And I see the
Try that chicken. Try that chicken, nigga.
Try the chicken?
They can say it. It's okay.
And strangers.
Oh, God. They didn't even show him trying the chicken because he died right after. As usual, the trips Kirsche takes or something. You know? So, let me see if I can find the reply I made to Sawa, because that one unironically made my stomach fucking turn. Phoenix DS, thank you. Hood Sloppa, no! This is stomach turning. This isn't food. It's a toxic mess trying to be passed as food. Maybe that's why my mom's friend was so fat. My mom's friend that gave me the N pass and my street name. Maybe that's how the beatus got him. Because he could have lived, but he was like, I don't want to take the beatus medication. I ain't about that shit. So, unlucky. Let me scroll, because I had a fun night on Twitter, buddy. Holy shit. I know. Where's my Sawa reply? That's a boygie. That's a lady. That's a GIF that got a policeman fired. Sawa. Sawa. Damn, I was fucking active yesterday. I don't usually type this much on the Twitters. I'm just fucking going crazy. There's Bridge. Fuck you, Mr. Starbuck, man. Hey! Oh, no, that's a different Sawa. That was just a retweet of Sawa. Oh, here we go. Sawa said, white people don't season their pineapple. And I was like, Sawa, please, what is happening?
I just touched down, 2:45.
I'm gonna mute it because this is probably fucking DMCA, but this person is washing chitlins and then putting the chitlins in some Kool-Aid. I would never eat chitlins because those are apparently intestines, and that's fucking disgusting, bruh. That's disgusting. Not the Kool-Aid chitlins! Yeah, look at that! Look at that! This looks like someone's fucking chopped vagina! I'm not gonna eat that shit, man! Yeah, I see you and I don't want to. This is nightmare fucking fuel. Chitterlings and Kool-Aid is crazy! I would never eat chitlins anywhere. In Kool-Aid, plain, I don't care, I don't want them. You're actually more repulsed than the maggot cum coconut? Well, at least the guy didn't try to eat the magnet cum coconut, you know? Or maggot, not magnet. Sausages are stuffed intestines, just eat the sausages. I actually don't like sausages because of the intestine foreskin on them. I just really don't like the texture of the sausage foreskin. I do not want Kool-Aid and ham. No, ma'am, I ain't want your Kool-Aid and ham. Some smells nasty. You'll never eat shitterlings. Yeah, it's disgusting, man. Actually fucking gross. All right, let me get rid of all of these hood recipes for now. You know, I got them tabbed up for later. Just circumcise your sausage before you cook it. Delta, thank you. Can you wish for salmonella to be more lethal? I remember when, like, fucking drinking fountains at public schools would get salmonella on them, and then salmonella outbreaks would happen.
Out of Corruption of Champions that every cultured individual knows is impossible, because minotaurs don't spawn in the forest.
Look,
now
man.
Imps, on the other hand.
I remembered the ovipositing queen bee. At least give me credit for that one. Internet Setmaster, thank you. The King of Daleks, thank you. You smell burning toast? Oh, it's just like me, always. So, where are my tabs here? Where are my tabs? These are older tab I should just be able to see the K, man. Like, what? Oh, here's one tab. I was out and about, kind of far, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join them. This house had a sign that said "Coming soon, Quality Leering Center, Somali Daycare." This is the kind of shit posting I can get behind. This is fucking amazing that someone just like put this out in front of their home. I found a new job, chat. I'm gonna work for the Leering Center. Why be a streamer and actually worry about things when I can just defraud the government for millions of dollars as a Somali daycare? How to lower your rent with one single trick. IRL shit poster. I fucking love the like New England area for the IRL shit posters, man. It's so great. It's so great. You know what's even greater? You know what's even greater? This place is not too far. I went to eat somewhere, and the place that I went to eat, the inside and the outside of the restaurant are covered in like stapled on $1 bills that people who have ate at the restaurant like signed their names or put like funny slogans on. And I was like, what? That's really funny that down the street from a potential Somali daycare is a building just covered in $1 bills that haven't gotten stolen to the point where some of the ones on the outside of the building are like disintegrating from the weather. That's crazy. Now this is effort posting. Battleizer, thank you. Wasn't the Queen Bee in the deep woods and the Minotaur in the hills? I know that the Queen Bee was in the woods somewhere. I don't remember where the Minotaur was. There's also the Centaur. A crooked mailbox plus hobbled together billboard to shitpost on. You can tell he's a gentleman. Hell yeah, buddy. Chat, you live and you leer. $1 beneath them. Yeah, that's true. They can just get millions. A Centaur was an NPC in the farm. Yeah, but you could get impregnated by him. Phoenix DS, thank you. Think the gods they didn't taint the oyster, clams, and scallops? I'm gonna look up Kool-Aid scallops right fucking now, buddy. Kool-Aid scallops. Scallops like a chef. Okay, that seems like it might be normal. Where are the Kool-Aid scallops, man? Breaded pork steak in the air fryer? That's not scallops, bro. Videos. Got you a Marie Callender's chicken pot. Oh, I used to eat Marie Callender's. The single pot pies, those are so nice. Not as good as a real pot pie, but like, you know, they'll do in a pinch. We got delicious Kool-Aid shrimp recipe with rice. That's kind of like Kool-Aid scallops, right? Where's the volume on this thing? Shut up. Unmute. Can we go back to the beginning?
Cook your rice. Cook your shrimp. Add your water.
Why are they staring at me like this?
Add your Kool-Aid to your shrimp. Kool-Aid shrimp with rice. Bussin'.
Ayo, that shit bussin', bruh. Oh, God, I love when Chad and Max say bussin'. The way that they say it just tickles my autism. Not as disgusting as you thought. Kool-Aid shrimp. Yeah, she plated that nice. Nice. I wouldn't eat it. 0 out of 10 flavor, but like I'll give her a 6 out of 10 for the plating. That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Let's see here. My favorite snack from the cooler, Dubby Ga. Dubby Ga. Guarantee. What is this?
My fridge.
Ew.
Dubby Ga.
Dubby Ga.
Dubby Ga.
What is that?
Look, you might just be one jar away from your favorite summer snack. You have to give this one a chance, man. I'm telling you. Pickled melon.
Ew. I feel like that's probably a real thing in Asian countries, though, but ew. Oh, yeah, you like that?
You know, I've been asked what I would meal prep, and that's a
mildly OCD, thank you. A hardcore racist could not come up with Kool-Aid shitterlings if they tried.
On hand, such as this, or the pickled asparagus you saw at the beginning, or the pickled onions, or some leftover shredded chicken.
What?
As far as like meal prep goes, it's kind of a tough one for me. I just tend to use what I got on hand, similar to like when
oh my God, look at how nicely he sliced that melon,
you just tend to like kind of grab things and put them together, like Frankensteining stuff, you know?
No, don't do that.
And that's what I like to do, is like I like to Frankenstein stuff in my fridge, if you know what I mean. If you were to make a menu at home, which I recommend you do, because that's how you get better at cooking. Because a lot of people ask me, how do I get better at cooking? Pick a few dishes, right? And make them.
This is actually correct. And it's why when people ask me for recipes on things, I'm just like, yeah, so my recipes don't have like measurements. I just kind of like know based on the container I'm using how much of what kind of thing to use to make it taste good. So like when I make my marinade for like chicken and stuff, I get one of the big gallon Ziploc bags, and I'll be like, oh yeah, here's like maybe like half a cup of this and like another fourth a cup of this. So maybe I'll add a bit more of that actually. And then when it comes to the spices, I just kind of shake it until, you know, the ghost of my ancestors tell me to stop. So it's like, I have a really hard time telling people recipes. Oh no, she vibe cooks. Yeah, but it good. Da bega. I fucking cook on vibes. That's how you know I'm Italian, buddy. Super Lane, thank you for the kick bits, dude. Look up deep fried watermelon with Kool-Aid sauce. That actually doesn't sound like it would be terrible, though. Where's your voice, retard?
Then you just get good. You learn the moves and all that stuff. Anyways, you make multiple things like this, and you have them in your fridge, and then you could be like, oh, I wonder what this pickled melon tastes like on that chicken shawarma. Or
shawarma.
I wonder what the pickled asparagus would be like on a toast.
It's literally just Bob Ross painting, but with flavor. Yeah, exactly. I love and hate that spice drawer.
Now I'm gonna let you have this, okay? This is my pickle spice for pretty much everything, and you can use this on
Queen was deep woods, Minotaur was hills/mountain or higher. Though if memory serves, regular bees had ovipositors as well. Their honey was good. Why is the guy on screen wearing a mariner's hat? Please tell me he isn't from my home state.
Your home state has so many horrors beyond my imagination. Thank you. Thank you, Internet Zen Master. How the fuck do you remember that much of the nitty-gritty of Corruption of Champions? Someone get this guy a woman stat. Stop it! Stop starting muted, you whore!
Use it to pickle anything, man. All the spices you see here, I'll have them down below. For me, it's just like the most all-purpose spice for pickles. I like to use a vinegar that's just very mellow. This is all day what I'm using for the salt and sugar. I just do it to taste. I'll add some right now to start.
Holy
Recipes
shit.
are a roadmap. Use them as a guide, depending on the route you want to go.
See? See, he vibe cooks like I do. I trust this guy. Fuck, the Mushin. I bet this would go real fucking hard if you liked pickled shit. But I do not. I like pickles and that's it.
Add some water, cool it down. I do not want to add boiling hot water to melons. It's gonna make it mushy.
It's true. Please do not add boiling hot water to my melons.
A hot pickle would be great on an asparagus or an onion. Cold pickle for something delicate like a melon or fruit like a strawberry. That's where I want it. Maybe a little more salt, but.
What the gauze for? What, we don't even get to see him eating it? This fucking poster! What is it with people and not finishing their videos, bruh? What is this?
What the fuck is this? I know.
Son of a beekeeper, you can confirm the stinger is literally a modified ovipositor. Only female bees have stingers, and neither gender has a regular ovipositor because it is literally just a stinger. We were talking about, like, the bees that rape you, not, like, the bees that are nice in real life and make honey. I don't think the bees that rape you are real. At least I hope they're not. The gauze is not to get the mystery leaf into the container. Oh! I didn't know you didn't want the mystery leaf. I think it's a bay leaf, right? Hyper John, I think, of the 4 months. We all know the best COC NPC was the Sandwich, who talked backwards and forced you into producing milk. How horrific. So yesterday, while I was out at the beach, I was also participating in Twitter PvP. I had no idea who the synth potato guy is, but according to people informing me in the comments and in my DMs, apparently he's like a regular industry shill that is just like a complete fucking retard. And I saw his post. 1.9 million views. That's crazy. Being anti-woke has got to be the most miserable hobby everything angers you and makes you see that you can't enjoy a single piece of media. We haven't gone by a week without these people melting down an insane level of sensitivity. And I think this is really funny, considering all of us were just happy playing our video games, and then all of these people were like, yeah, there's not enough representation. Your games are misogynistic and racist and must be changed. And so they went about making everything dumb and gay and putting women in it that, like, just are self-insert fucking Mary Janes, dude. Like, or Mary Sue's, rather. I don't want to see, like, a main character that has no developmental arc. I can't get behind, like, a rowdy bitch who don't take no nonsense from nobody, and she's always overpowered for every situation she comes at. That's not fun. That wouldn't be fun if it was a guy either, unless he was like one of those comedic, I'm macho big guy in downtown Miami and I kill millions of zombies at the club, right? Like, what are we doing? Why is this happening? And then, of course, everybody always misunderstands. They're just like, oh my God, you just hate games because you're racist and misogynistic and you can't stand to see a woman or a minority as a protagonist. And it's like, no, that's not the issue. That's never been the fucking issue. You lying degenerate retards. And so I just fucking quote retweeted and said, we forced our ideology into a hobby you cared about and now you're mad? And apparently that popped off because it eventually ratioed the other retard. And I had to put a screenshot of his tweet there because he blocked me at some point. And one of the things I hate most about Twitter is when I'm like scrolling and I read something and I think it's funny and I want to see what they're replying to, but the person that they quoted blocked them so I can't see the tweet. It's so fucking annoying. So I put it here for people scrolling. Jen Jacko, thank you. That was a great Wicked Witch of the West voice. Thank you. Thank you. And then we had a couple of replies that just did not make any fucking sense. So this person, they say it's a parody account, but they're probably just severely mentally retarded. If you're an incel or sexually ashamed of yourself, yeah, I can see why you would be mad about representation. If you ain't represented, it ain't about you. So first of all, what the fuck are you talking about? Second of all, if you ain't represented, it ain't about you. So what you're saying is the entire push for representation was to make our hobby all about you? Very interesting thing to say, dear retard. I think many of us played Prince of Persia and we're not Persian. I fucking loved Spyro and I'm not a dragon. So this person responded to my GIF and said, bro, out of my time being alive, it's always the sex repressed or ashamed weirdos that come on here shitting about, quote unquote, pride being shoved / rammed / jammed down my throat. Nah, like, I don't have a problem if you gay and you want to be gay and have like, I'm a man and I got a man for a husband. Like, that's fine. You can do that. But when we start talking about pride and like the Folsom Street Fair, and you got grown men in BDSM gear and puppy gimp masks pissing on each other, that's what I have a problem with. That's where it starts. Okay, you're not just gay, you're a degenerate fucking freak who wants to put this shit in public. What are we doing? If they actually were capable of understanding instead of purposefully misunderstanding everything, we might be able to have actual conversations. Like, this is wild, man. They're not just gay, they're super gay. They would be imprisoned even in super jail. Actually fucking ridiculous. And I think I might have replied again. Maybe? It's very, oh yeah. Layman said, you ain't being represented, it ain't about you. Then people should stop crying, begging, and shaming over not being represented then. And this guy hits, well, I mean, I've been playing games since the 90s, so you only want to see straight couples represented in video games? I don't get uncomfortable or weird when I was presented with gay characters in GTA growing up, or in anime. What does it take from you? I fucking hate when more Westerners found out about anime because traps were usually decently written characters in, like, actual story anime and not smut. And we can't even have traps anymore because apparently trans activists, not actual trans people, are offended by the word trap and traps existing in anime. I fucking hate it. Being openly intolerant is exhausting and it's extremely bad for your mental health, which goes against this month entirely, right? Once again, only bringing up Men's Mental Health Month because they know people are sick and fucking tired of pride and would rather focus on something that matters. And so I replied, the games back then, TTS.
Queen Bee was deep woods, Minotaur was hills/mountain or higher. Though if memory serves, regular bees had ovipositors as well. Their honey was good wise.
Wait a minute, this already happened!
Mariner's hat. Please tell me he isn't from my home state.
Wait, this already happened! Am I having deja vu? Did you actually accidentally send that twice, Internet Zen Master? Do we need to issue a refundu? Or is that just like an accidental, like, second triggering? He did, you think? I don't know. I don't know, man. TTS had a stroke. I can never tell if it's like an accidental double dono or if something fucked up on my end, you know? Let me cook, thank you for the 15 months of Proom. Thank you. Dominor, thank you. The trans trenders have destroyed the tomboy and the femboy economy. It's all so sad. It's all so sad. But I replied, the games back then were made with make a good game in mind. Shit, man. In Shadow Hearts 2, you had to collect nude male cards for gay dressmakers to get new abilities for Geppetto's doll. And I included one of such cards here. Nobody that I knew and nobody online that I could see was mad about having to do this quest. In fact, it was funny. The gay dressmakers were funny characters. They had personality and they talked with quirk and it was nice instead of forced. Games now are made with quote-unquote representation and taking away something chuds like. It's like they don't try to create anything new. They try to self-insert and smugly say we're taking things away from you. It's disgusting people who have no ability to do anything. You can see people celebrating when original fans get upset and supplanted. No one is actually upset by gays, women, black people in games. Asterisk, I'm sure there are some people who are actually upset, but they're retarded and nobody cares. But all leftists do is pretend to not understand why there's an issue, so discourse is impossible. And this fucking retard opened his response with, see, while you were collecting gay cards in a game, I was playing San Andreas and working a part-time job. This fucking individual, his whole point was you guys get uncomfortable when presented with gay shit and he doesn't. And then he mocks me for pleasantly interacting with gay shit and even feels like he needs to add in the fact that he had a part-time job. So which is it? Do we have a problem with gay people in games, or are you gonna mock us when we don't have a problem with gay shit in a game? The fuck is wrong with you? You absolute retard. He absolutely didn't have breakfast this morning. It just doesn't even make any fucking sense. And then he just continues on with his gobbledygook like, so was I represented as a white kid at 14 playing San Andreas? I wasn't out there banging hookers. What does that have to do with fucking anything we're talking about, man? Not all media is in mind of the original fans. It should be! Because if you fuck over your original fans, you're not gonna have the money to make the sloppa. As the world changes, stuff is supposed to as well. That's not, no. No franchise has stayed core to its original release. How else are you supposed to get new customers? Because at the end of the day, it's a product to sell. They don't care if you're a customer or not. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a product to sell, and they're failing miserably at that. You know why? Because they don't see it as a product to sell. They see it as a vehicle to move their ideology in order to participate in the culture war and hopefully win it. And these people exist to defend that shit. It's insane. These people are never honest or genuine. They're never honest or genuine. Not a single fucking time, man. Not a single fucking time. It's obnoxious. Not all media is in mind of the original fans. What? The only reason to greenlight a sequel is because the previous was a success and you want to continue the success with the OG fans. I bring up the example of Da Boys. The wrong people enjoyed the show, and so they made it insufferable. Same with Joker. The wrong people enjoyed Joker, and so Joker 2 shit on the people who enjoyed it. It's like actually wild that some people go that far to hate on the individuals who enjoyed their product. I was like, insane. Insane. Mandatory, you can tell the pictured card game man is gay because of the pride French flag in the background. Well, they're from different countries, right? So like there's a French one, a Brazilian one, Japanese, Chinese. you know, they got a bunch of different countries for the cards, and they're like represented with like different holding objects and whatnot. And then let me go back to the main body tweet. So this thing, this thing made my time lounging on the beach much more exciting. They said, no, it is literally just you guys being angry at every single little thing. You don't play, watch, or support indies. You only consume the shit that caters the most to the average audience. Then you cry like little chudlings when they cater to the average audience. I got some news for you. We are the average audience. You are posting on stolen land, buddy. Holy projection. So I was like, you don't play, watch, or support indies. Lol, Lamau. And I hope that this got across. I've been paying for Chilla's art on Patreon since 2023. It's 4 years of giving money to indie developers because I like their fucking games. You don't play indies? Ew, you play indies? It says 22 and the Chilla's one is 10 because I've been paying for like a mod pack to make my Minecraft not look like shit. I love real mats, my guy. And the boys still sucked even at season 1, but at least it was written competently. I kind of liked season 1. Season 1 was fun. And chuds are literally the only thing keeping indies successful because these people don't buy video games. That's why they're making stuff like Mixtape, so they can pretend to be fans of video games without having to actually play a game. And then I showed off some of my Steam list. Some of my Steam list here, which you could make the argument that Crime Boss isn't fully indie because they received an indie developer grant from Epic Games, which is how they were able to afford hiring on Hollywood voice actors. Like, you could make that argument that they received money from a massive studio, therefore not entirely indie. But it's still not a AAA fucking game. What are we doing here? VTube Studio's not a game. Counterside, it's a mobile game, but it's a smaller studio. So unless there's like some Tencent involvement I'm unaware of, I would count that as indie. Fault Elder Orb, obviously an indie game, no longer exists, rip. Sakura Clicker, it's a clicker game, it doesn't count. We got Honeycam Studio, that's an indie game. Terraria, I know they used to be fully indie. I don't know if they got bought by like a studio, but I haven't played it since 2017, so you know. Terraria, famous AAA game. Oh god, I like my women like I like my games, AA. Red Dead Redemption, not an indie, that's a AAA game, I just didn't want to edit. Ark Survival, I have no idea. I have no idea if Ark is an indie game or not. I can't remember who the fucking developers for it are. 303 owns Terraria. Wait, we have 505 and a 303? What the fuck? You love Ark, it's so peak. Terraria is still indie? Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Mixtape only got a 10 out of 10 because the game devs could play it without hands and was therefore the only non-ableist game in existence. Jesus Christ. 505 only publishes the console version. 505 also publishes the PC version of Crime Boss, unless you were talking about somebody else. Why are we talking indie? Isn't the big stink over God of War? Because this guy who replied to me is fucking retarded. And he said that you guys don't play, support, or watch indie games. Cook Serve Delicious 2, obviously indie. Pal World, obviously indie. Getting sued by Nintendo because they're so indie. Cook Serve Delicious, indie. Secret World Legends. I don't think they had a massive studio behind them. I also don't know if it still is playable, question mark. But I'm pretty sure Secret World Legends would be considered indie if they're not backed by a major studio. 505 publishes console Terraria. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Funcom, is Secret World Legends by Funcom? I wouldn't say that's indie then, because Funcom is fucking huge. 505 is the Santa Fe area code. What the fuck? Funcom is like AA? Oh, okay, not AAA, AA. Pal World is winning the lawsuit right now. Fuck yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah, buddy. Phasmophobia, obviously indie. Monster Hunter World, not indie, but it's Japanese, so it gets shit on by the West, so, you know, who knows. Hogwarts Legacy, this is obviously not indie, but they also had a massive boycott campaign against them that did nothing but sell more copies. American Theft 80s, obviously indie. Omelet You Cook, obviously indie. Terra, Terra, I guess, would have been AA, right? Because Bluehole was like a decently sized studio. But it's also dead. Harvestella? I do not know anything about this developer. Was this a case of like a small developer getting published by Sony?
Likes. I just took a mutant cat with COVID and had him infect the man in the moon in Mugenics.
What? Internet Saint Master, thank you! Wait, no, that was Arismador. Sorry, I got double donos. Arismador, thank you for the 25! Thank you. Published by Square Enix. Pretty sure it's Square Enix internal dev. Yeah, that would not be indie. That would not be indie if it's from Squeenix.
These people are NATO's name for the MiG-15. Also, the fact that the upcoming edition of Warhammer 40k is going full return to grimdark and not cater to modern audience proves that MiG-15's argument is invalid because old heads are the ones who matter.
True and fucking real. And I mean, this entire argument over indie games also doesn't matter because it's like, as you can tell by the way I'm saying I don't even know who the devs are. I don't pick my games based on whether they're indie or whether they're a AAA title. I play my games based on, does it look fun to play? Eclair Obscure? This was a completely new studio that like, what, ex-Ubisoft employees or whatever put together? But like, it was omitted from being able to win like indie game awards because apparently they had too much initial funding. But it's like, if they were a completely new studio, like put together by developers that knew what they're doing, that would still be counted as indie, would it not? Like, yeah, they're not one guy in their basement making a game, but they still made a new studio. Like, even if it was one guy who was like a billionaire, I would even say that that's indie, because he's not part of the industry clique, right? He just has the funding to make his own game. Yes, it would. The MiG's reporting name is pronounced in a French way, not how you think. Also, you can't highlight it. Guess it got too spicy. Completely new. It's not an indie studio. They had industry backing. What industry backing did they have? Meanwhile, Mixtape can afford 80s expensive classics. The Indie Game Awards is a joke and eliminated them because of AI. That's what I remember from them being like not able to have the Indie Studio Awards or Indie Game Award or whatever. Sandfall Interactive, the Claire Obscure devs, had a core team of 30 but used lots of outside contractors. So then they're not indie because they had the money to hire outside contractors, which I think is a silly argument. Budget has nothing to do with whether or not something is indie or AAA. All you know is that you want the loaded jalapeno wappa Pippa tried to buy but couldn't because they fucked up the sauce. I hate when that happens! I responded to her with like, when you follow the NPC dialogue tree, but they mix it up on you or something. Because it's like, I do the same thing. It's like when I interact with like, you know, people that I'm never going to see again, it's like, oh, this is an NPC. There's a dialogue tree. I just follow the normal dialogue tree prompts when you interact with an NPC. But then if they throw you a curveball, you're like, wait, how do I respond to this? E33 is in a gray area, not really indie, but not AAA. So, I mean, wouldn't that be like a AA kind of thing then? I feel like that's what AA is for, right? Not indie because it had some money. Mixtape, totally indie despite having Oracle money behind it. The indie label is just whatever the media wants. Hellsaber, thank you for those 5 gift blankets on Kick, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You barely open Twitter especially anymore because they're so profoundly brain dead. What is the official definition of indie? Is it a cost thing or does the company have to not be backed by a larger company? I guess I'm not really sure what the official definition of indie is, but it's just like, when I see a game, typically I'm like, oh, these are a small studio. They made the game on their own without someone like EA, like being part of the development cycle. I don't think publisher matters for the developer studio, right? Like, we got into fighting about Crime Boss, and we'll get there in a second. Like, Crime Boss is made by in-game, a small Czech developer. Doesn't matter that they're published by 505, because 505 didn't develop the game. Independently published or self-published, if it had to be independently published to be indie, then that would preclude a lot of games who currently have the indie label. The whole distinction between A, AA, AAA, and indie is all retarded. All that matters is if it's worth playing. Yep. Wikipedia, ew I know, defines an indie game as a video game created by individuals or small teams without the financial aid and creative control of major AAA game publishers. That would preclude so many fucking games that are considered indie from actually being indie, if that definition was universally used. At this point, the definition of indie is entirely subjective. Often, when you go to a publisher, you're making a deal with the devil. I wish more people would try to self-publish, but I understand why they don't. You get so much more marketing if you go with, like, a well-known publisher. It's a sales term now. The indie naming scheme is pretty fucked nowadays. Seems like it. Phoenix DS, thank you. At least it's not Zoe Quinn Depression Quest indie. Aesthetic indie versus actual indie, like anime looking but Western. You'd say indie is just a team or a person who's funding it themselves, either with their own money or sweat equity. It's like Palworld had, like, they put up tons of money to make that game, but it was all funded by, like, the dev team. Let's see, Lost Castle 2? I don't know who the dev for that is, but it looks indie. That was recommended to me by fucking Leaflet, so I didn't look at who made the game.
Yak Pasanto, Orange Juice.
Obviously an indie game. Atomic Heart, I would say that that's indie. Is there some, like, major studio that helped develop Atomic Heart? Because Atomic Heart, to me, came from, like, a very small studio that I'd never fucking heard of before. Mundfish indie? Mundfish indie. Are you gonna watch Summer Game Fest? It starts in a minute. I don't know, do I want to watch Summer Game Fest? I didn't really plan on it. Anno 1800, I don't think this is indie. I don't remember who the dev is, but I don't think that's an indie game. Death Stranding, obviously not indie. Predecessor, obviously indie. It Takes Two, not indie. That's a big fucking studio, isn't it? I can't remember who's the dev, but it's a big fucking studio, isn't it? Anno's not indie. Rename into Summer Gay Fest. You're betting they'll announce Palworld 1.0? Owlcat is underrated. I don't remember who Owlcat is. Predecessor to what? This fucking guy. Have I seen Munfish's new game 3? I have not. I have not. You were reliably informed that buying Atomic Heart was funding the Russian military in their war against Ukraine. Yeah, I heard that too, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't matter though, because if I buy Atomic Heart and Stalker, I'm taking the centrist position again. Owlcat made Rogue Trader Pathfinder? Oh, okay, I haven't played those. Ubisoft is the publisher for Anno? Oh, geez, I didn't know that. Is there a follow-up to the cult classic 2? Ubisoft for Anno? Yeah, I don't remember who developed It Takes Two, but I'm pretty sure that's a big dev. Code Vein? I don't remember who published Code Vein. It could be AAA for all I fucking remember, man. Honey Pop, that's indie. Wasteland Bites, indie. Temtem, that's indie. Cult of the Lamb, that was indie. I don't know if they've gotten bought out. They also became a massive cuck, so I wouldn't play Cult of the Lamb in current year. Sons of the Forest, don't remember if that's indie. Code Vein isn't. Code Vein is Bandai Namco. Yeah, not indie. Not indie. Holy shit! Code Vein is AA? How the fuck do you be AA with Bandai Namco? That don't make no goddamn sense.
Thank you, Master of Mundus, for the 555 Mega Dominoes deal. Thank you.
Business Foxu, what is the expected delivery date for my pre-ordered Kirsche puddle? Yours truly, #1 hater of Fox-owned AC.
Thank you, Master of Mundus, for the huge fucking dono to my new AC, which, oh god, please, they better show up on this Tuesday like they said they would. This weekend is supposed to be hellaciously hot, so I am dying. I am literally dying, man. Thank you. Thank you. I hope they put it in soon. Code Vein was published by Namco. AAA is about budget. Code Vein had a small budget. I mean, other people say it's not necessarily about budget, and I would also argue it's not necessarily about budget either, because, again, if you have, like, one guy who has $1 billion and he says, I want to make a game, and he hires people, and he makes, like, I'm the $1 billion guy studios, right? Like, that would be indie, even though it has a fuck ton of money. TLDR, you don't support indie. Source, I made it the fuck up. Yeah, pretty much. You saw the list was for 2026. If I played Quine Bob's off stream, or are you mistaken? The list is not for 2026. It shows all of my last played date on all of this. Crime Boss was April 15th, 2025, or April 16th, something. I don't know. I can't. It's really small. It's really small text, but I haven't played it since they dropped me. That was the last time I played was before I got dropped. Sir Noto, thank you. Stalker mentioned playing that right now. Recommend. I had a friend who told me I should fucking play that too. But I posted that to be like, what a retard. He just thinks that everyone against him is the exact same person. It's like, imagine just throwing around an accusation of not playing, watching, or supporting indie games when you don't even know who the fuck you're talking to. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. And then in response, he said, what in God's fucking name is this list of games? Maybe you really do only play shit that fits your ideology, because who the fuck has 500 hours in Crime Boss? Which is even funnier when you remember that everyone was shitting on that game and I was basically their only actual marketing, which once again rebuffs his original point that people on our side don't support indie developers. Because I wasn't talking with 505. I wasn't talking with Epig. I was talking with the in-game guys. I was dealing with the small indie studio. And crime is leftist ideology. They don't even like arresting criminals. What does he mean by this? That fits your ideology gets dropped because of your perceived ideology? Yeah, exactly. They got harassed. They didn't even get harassed. They saw harassment happening to my other sponsors. And fucking dropped me over it. Let's be real here.
Kirsche and chat are super mega cute and wonderful. Less than 3.
Alfarius, thank you. And there's a public service announcement. Kirsche and chat are super mega cute and wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You are super duper mega cute and wonderful. And there's a couple of other funny replies, but I hit him with the, oh shit, my bad. I forgot about when they were an Epic Games exclusive. It's actually over 700 hours. And he says, this is not really a flex. I hate to break it to you. This is like flexing having 1,000 hours in Raid Shadow Legends. Which, holy shit, how dare you? How dare you compare Crime Boss, even though I dislike them, to Raid Shadow Legends? That's insane. This is next level goalpost shift. It really is. It's wild. So I hit him with the, he's inconsistent! He has no inner monologue! He's shrinking and turning into a corn cob! Whoa, buddy! Thank you, Mr. Triangle Man. I appreciate you. Phoenix DS, thank you. Sad, he cannot perceive the breakfast. It's kind of retarded. Someone actually asked him that question, too. Like, at that point, I was like, this guy's gotta be trolling, right? Like, he's not actually this fucking retarded, is he? He took this and he quoted it to himself, where he's like, 500 hours in Crime Boss Rocky City is probably the funniest thing I've seen this year, and it isn't even close. And he still got fucking ratioed on his own quote, trying to, like, quintuple down on his retarded talking points. And even added this to it. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just take the L. Throw in the towel already. Holy shit. What are you doing? She's been Pat posting and now PPP posting. I'm so proud, chat. Oh my God. And then, you know, there's a couple of other people saying goofy things here, like get a job. They don't even know. They don't even know. Someone who said, I've never seen a more incel-coded playlist. And they said it's incel-coded because it's a smattering of AAA shitty games and horny time-wasting anime games. Imagine not enjoying the anime games and forgetting about my woman simulator titles like cooking. Like, come on, man. A new Kier auntie is born every tweet. A Devin Adair, thank you. You miss playing Crime Bobs with a Foxu in chat? You miss the good old days? I do too. I hate what ideologues have taken from us, man. Really need to get you the comedically large triangle. Girugamesh, thank you. So the first would be what's underneath the belly fat. I don't know what that means. Sean Hoogland, thank you for the... Hey, Kier, any updates on when the wallets ship? Your current one has fallen apart fast. They should be shipping sometime later this month or in July, I believe, is like when the projected shipping dates were. Pudding Simon, thank you. A stalker's so good. Monad Anomaly is a lot like Tarkov. Come to me! Come to me! Whatever you wish, it shall be granted. Come to me! Is this what an NPC says in the game? Shit's like trying to reason with a bullfrog on meth. True! Phoenix DS, thank you again. I read that. Thank you. And then, let's see here. There was another one. I know I responded to something else, but where the fuck is it? I don't remember where all of these, like, little, dreepily drooples are in our responses here. Maybe it's in this one. Oh god, fucking tab drifting. Gabe Fads. What shared ideology of omelet you cook and Atomic Heart do you think Kirsche finds most appealing? Atomic Heart isn't obvious to you. Is he trying to imply that because I'm killing commies, it is why I play it? Does he realize that the main character is also one of the commies? I don't... Today is National Donut Day. Make sure you get Krispy Kremes to stack on your himbo's cack tonight. And if you don't have one to stack them on, I'll gladly volunteer as tribute. What the fuck? Robots bad. So another response he had to my indie games was, okay, and upon even further inspection, this is like 20% mobile game gooner shit. The only mobile game in this list is Counterside. Like, as far as I know, none of these other games I've ever played on anything besides Steam. Counterside is the only mobile game here. What the fuck? Like, okay, it's like 40% the most bland AAA games ever, 20% mobile games, 30% streamer slop games. I got some news for you, man. Streamer slop games are indie. And 10% good indie games, goddamn. So he shifted from, you guys don't support, play, or watch indies to, you're not supporting the right indies. And I was like, you chuds don't even support indie games. Gets proven wrong. No, not like that! What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? And I need to find where it is, because I had another reply. And I don't remember where it is, but we'll find it. But at one point, I posted one of the interactions because I was just so blown a fucking way by what was happening. And it had, like, his first response saying, like, you don't watch, play, or support indies, me proving him wrong, him being like, who the fuck has 500 hours in Crime Boss? What in God's name is this list of games? Flibbernodgit said, literally only her. When they screwed her over and she gave it up, the entire player base left with her. Yeah, they have, like, lower than they used to, even with the $1 sales. And then the retard responded, the only time I ever saw anyone play or even speak of that game was the time Charlie played it and laughed at it, Charlie being moist critical. One of the few times I actually enjoyed watching Charlie play something. And I hit him with the, Your Honor, no further questions. He just literally proved my fucking point. Like, what is even happening? If it weren't for double standards, they wouldn't have any at all. Oh my god. Anyway, here's Nashville. Dex is a perfect example of leftist tactics. Make a claim, it gets disproven. Move the goalpost and memory hole the fact you ever did. Rinse and repeat. Do you like that he confirmed that I carried Crime Boss? Yeah, him confirming that I carried Crime Boss is also a great thing, considering some of the leftist freaks tried being like, she actually didn't do anything for the game. It's because the game is a good game that people play it. Yeah, that's why the first year that it was out, literally everyone was only trashing on it and saying to not play it, except for me.
This segment is the Foxwoman equivalent of when a cat leaves a dead rabbit on your bed. Look what I killed.
Toast Engineer, thank you. I love it. I love showing you guys my kills. And there was someone who made a response that was like, I love when Kirsche wakes up and just decides to execute some random 6-follower retard. This isn't sarcastic. I actually really enjoy this. How did a Reddit Charlie watcher wander into Kirsche? That's a great question. Next question. Phoenix DS, thank you. Saw another goalpost has hit the tower after leaving the field. Jesus Christ. Kirugamesh, thank you. You love your mobile game, Red Dead Redemption 2. It goes well with your Nintendo. Well, thank you, Binary Mind. Thank you. Diddly Doodler, thank you. In related lolcow news, Nick Rakita on court record called the guy he used to swap wives with his boyfriend. This is a very amusing development. Aw, Rakita, man, what are you doing? Guma, thank you for the 15 months, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Gotta keep the nobodies on their toes. And let me see. Let me see here. Ah, la, 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 la. Oh, this is, yeah, okay, this is the one I was looking for. Phew. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Someone responded to him, like, comparing having a lot of hours in Crime Boss to having a lot of hours in Raid Shadow Legends. Green Friar said, "You whiny chuds don't ever play any games that aren't in the mainstream / culture war. Holy shit, you waste too much of your time playing bad indie games. Make up your mind, you degenerate fuckwit." And the retard responded, "They don't play indie games. I said what I said. Crime Boss is their most played game, which is an absolutely terrible AAA game that she got a partnership for. It's not a AAA game. In no way, shape, or form is that a AAA game. The joke that I even made about that in the first year of playing it is, what is this Hollywood money laundering scheme? Because it was made by an indie developer, but it seemed weird that it had such a high budget." And then it made sense after I partnered with them that they got grants from Epic to be able to do the kind of things that they did. I was like, that makes sense. They got indie game grants from Epic, by the way. Holy shit, you didn't know I played that much Civ? But in response to him saying my most played game is a terrible AAA game she got a partnership for, no, Crime Boss is not my most played game. And he said, "And I'm the one shilling. Get your head out of your ass, you pussy-whipped dumbass." Well, I'm not with them anymore because people like you, retard Dex, decided to, I guess, try and get me ruined, and then facing zero backlash whatsoever. Because once again, nobody knows about Crime Boss. Nobody knows about that fucking game. So they weren't even getting harassment like my other sponsors were. They dropped me. And then the people who wanted me to get dropped played the game and decided, oh, this is actually a bad game. They have Chuck Norris in it. This is incredibly homophobic. No wonder. And so I was like, what do you mean it's my most played game? Is your fetish being wrong? Am I being raped right now by unwittingly participating in it? Like, I was just so fucking confused. How the fuck did we get here? How is he just throwing out random fucking claims that make no fucking sense? And then, in response to that, he links 505games.com, which is the publisher for Crime Boss after they stopped being an Epic Games exclusive. Because the way that they are able to get the indie grant money, from Epic, is being an Epic Games exclusive. And then they went with 505 as a publisher after that, man. Holy shit. And Praxis Fall, please check the